Hello, friends. I just thought I would come on here real quick and show you how to make the mason jar little printables that I showed on the Bible Journal Love Facebook group. I'll just put a picture up here right now. And lots of you were interested in that mason jar printable and really liked it. So I thought I would just hop on here and show you how to make it. They're very, very quick and easy to make. And they're really, really lovely with Bible Journal Love Robin's Exile Kit images. I don't own the rights to those images, so I can't distribute them to you, but I can show you how to make it if you have Robin's Exile Kit or one of Robin's other kits. Her other kits have some beautiful images as well, but I'm going to show you from the Exile Kit. So what you need to do first of all is I have a mason jar image here that is from Digitalscrapbook.com. And if you're not a member over there, you can go over there and register. And after you've registered, you can get 5 free downloads a day. And you can even get commercial downloads. This one is a commercial download, so I'm able to change it up and then distribute it. And if you just go in there and search for mason jar, there's not very many, so you can find one that you like. This particular one was created by Janet Kemp, K-E-M-P Kemp. So if you want this exact one, go over to digitalscrapbook.com and look for mason jars. And this is the one by Janet Kemp. And it actually looks like this when you bring it in. So, and what I'm doing, I'm using Photoshop Elements. I don't have any other program to use. So if you have Photoshop Elements, you'll be able to follow along basically exactly. If you have Photoshop, it's probably very similar. If you have one of the other programs, you can probably make it work. So I'll just show you the process here, and then you can decide if you want to tackle it on your own program or not. So you bring in your jar image like this. And what I do is, well, I'll just show you, I'll just bring one of Robin's images here, one of my images that I have. I'm not actually used to using a Mac, and I'm using a Mac this time, so bear with me. And I'm new to this other technology as well, so I hope I don't have too many weird things happen to me. Okay, so here's the image, and if I want this image, this one actually fits really well. But if I wanted to, say, enlarge it a little bit, and then if I bring it into a document, you can see that the edges hang out here, which is okay if you're doing it just to print and then cut, because you can cut those things out. But if you use a Cricut, or if you just want it to look neater for a digital image, then of course you don't want those things hanging out. So what I'm going to do is just show you a little trick. It took me a little while to figure this out. So what I do is I'll just get rid of this, I think. Delete. Okay, so your image comes in like this. And the first thing that I did was I created a new layer. Let's just move this thing somewhere else here. Okay, so I created a new layer and I moved it below the jar and I filled it with white. So my white color is up here. This is not a Photoshop tutorial, so I'm just going to kind of quickly go through the steps, but I'm not going to tell you real specific of what buttons to press and stuff like that. So I get the bucket tool and my white color and I fill it with white. Then what I do is I merge those two together. So I merge those two layers. Now I have one layer. And then I'll go into my eraser tool and erase the background here. And I'll just put the tolerance down to 0 and contiguous checked on so that it's just the background. I don't want to erase what's inside. And then that's gone like that. If you wanted to use this as a digital image, it probably would be better to have it transparent, but because I'm printing these out, it's going to be printed on white paper, so it's not going to be transparent anyways. Pardon me. And this way, when we bring our image in, then we can resize it to whatever size that we want. I'm just doing this exaggerated for this purpose. And then I would come over here and create a clipping mask. And now when I go into here, it's all neatly within the confines of the jar. So if you like it like that, then you're done. I'm just going to take that one out of there and go back into my jar here. And I would actually like this to be smaller. So I'm just going to set that where I would like it. And it is already clipped there. And then what I can do is I can add some other things. So on this one, maybe I'll just add a butterfly, make it a little smaller here. Just rotate it a bit, maybe even a bit smaller. Stick it up there. And then basically you're done. And then what I did is I just created a blank 8.5 by 11 to print. And then I moved that jar up there. You can make it whatever size that you like. And there's one jar ready to print. And you can also, if you just want to use it as a PNG file, you can just merge these layers or just save it as a PNG actually. And then you can use it as a PNG file as well. So let's just make another one just to show you again. So I'll just delete those layers that we created. And let's bring in, Robin's images are so beautiful, you don't even have to do much with them. You can just kind of center that however you like it and clip. And this one I'm just going to leave as is. I think there's enough on there already. And there we go. If you want to make them all the same size, there's an easy-ish way to do it. I just kind of put it on top of each other and it just kind of pops out to match well, it should match the right size, and then they're equal size like that. Okay, so super easy. Let's make one more. I'll just delete that layer. And let's bring up this guy here. That's a really pretty image. And I'll maybe make that one just a little bigger to kind of fill out the jar and put them to the side a little bit. And then again, I will clip it to the jar so that it doesn't overflow. And then it looks like he's looking at something, so let's give him something to look at. So here's a butterfly, and we could even make a couple of butterflies here. I like to often make things in threes. I think it looks good to make things in threes. Butterflies look good in threes. You kind of tilt them different ways, make them different sizes. This one maybe I'll just make slightly bigger. There. And then the butterflies don't have to be clipped because they're not overhanging the edge anyways. And then we'll just go to our page and pop that one up there as well. You can just make that the same size. I can also use grid lines, which I do often too, to make things a certain size, but I'm just doing this kind of quick here. So there. So we've got three jars done in just a couple of minutes, and you can keep going and going. They're super easy to make, very fun to make. They look beautiful printed out. So go ahead and give it a try. And if you really don't want to try it, if you don't have the digital program, or you don't have the the training to do it, or just want a simple solution, I decided to make a printable for you, and it's available on my coffee shop. So that's linked below this video as well. And I can't use Robin's images, like I said, but I did find some images that I have commercial licenses for, so I can distribute it to you. So I made 9 different jars as well, and I put 5 word labels on the edge. I'll just show you an image right here. So if you're interested in that, I have it listed for $2 in my coffee shop, and you can go to the link below and pick that up. And if you want to make your own, I'll have the mason jar linked below, and also the Exile kit from Bible Journal Love linked below. So have a good day. Thank you for watching.